Yeah, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. Let's
Whoop.
really try to get our heads together, work on the reversal in the works. Um, the classic Monday market analysis space with Elite Wealth, Tyler, and Crypto G. We got Rotes and Danksy here from Virtual Labs. How's your Monday going?
Going good. Going good. It's actually been pretty slow today. So usually Mondays I'm quite busy, but surprisingly not.
Mm,
Blessed and highly favored on my end, bro. I'm ready to hop in the chart analysis, bro. It's been an exciting last couple of weeks in the market. Market's
I have.
pumping, but I think we might see that pivotal space move to the downside, maybe a slight little retracement or maybe even hold here. But we'll see, man.
Yeah, I mean it's Thanksgiving, so like I feel like no one wants to. Everyone's just trying to be quiet. Everyone's kind of sleepy this week. I'm trying to do as much work as I can, but failing. I think Rhodes is messing with the thing. I don't know if it's working, Rhodes.
I am trying to mess with it right now. And so far no success. I'm trying to figure out because it's not picking up my mic as the main mic in Safari.
No, it's chill. I don't even think that it's that big of an improvement to have run both, but should I just kill it?
No, don't kill it.
He said no.
No. give me a moment at least.
We can talk about one thing I was interested in. Maybe Rose will brush up on this later. You guys know anything about the Magic Eden airdrop?
No, did they do an airdrop?
Yeah. So if you use Magic Eden, you get like diamonds or whatever, right?
I have like 1,000 or two of those.
Yeah. So I have 8,000. And I was
Oh.
looking at some other websites and shit. Apparently it's not 1-to-1. I don't think it's 1-to-1.
I need to check. I might check that like as we speak right now.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar
So-
with it. I only have like 128, so I'm not the avid NFT guy, honestly.
Right. But apparently it's not 1-to-1. People don't know the distribution yet. I thought it was 1-to-1, and I thought I was going to be really hype, and I was going to get like a shit ton of money, but definitely not 1-to-1 apparently.
Yeah, that'd be wild. I mean, even if you got 25% of that.
25% I feel like is, I don't know. Because I have like 8,000, so I have a lot of diamonds.
Yeah.
And like they're selling for like $4, $3 each or something like that, something crazy. So,
Interesting.
but I'll probably just get like 100 tokens and maybe go buy like a nice dinner.
I have 2.17k diamonds, so let's see if that's worth anything.
I mean, you don't know how much it is in actual tokens. You can go to like Whale Finance or something, and you can see. I can show my screen actually. This is Bitcoin. What is it? Whale Market. This is the website. It's called ME. This thing. You can buy it for like $3 basically a token, but you don't know what you get, how many tokens you get. It's definitely not diamonds for sure. Unless I'm like a super whale, I'm gonna get like 30K in diamonds.
Bro, if it was $3 a token, I'd be cool with that. But
Yeah, but you're not gonna if you have 2,000 diamonds, you're not getting 3,000 or 2,000 tokens. I don't think so.
yeah, I don't know. I guess when is that supposed to happen? Do you know?
December 10th.
Ooh, I'll be waiting. Yeah, I don't got a whole lot, but
And you gotta get the wallet too to claim it. Apparently,
I have a Magic Eden wallet. Is that what you're
is it any
talking
good?
about?
I just got it today.
Interesting.
Yeah, what do you guys? I don't know. Also, did you can do the we're getting like really off topic now. We can't even hear you, Rhodes. Your mic is fucked, I think.
It's
Oh,
can you
no,
hear me
you're
now? Yeah, I'm
good. No,
good.
you're good. there's you can get like an airdrop of some ordinal if you bridge over $1,000 on the Magic Eden wallet or something.
That could be decent.
It's a free ordinal. I mean, it's just bridging $1,000. It's like you don't have to pay for it. So I might just do it today or something.
It's not bad.
Yeah. But that's what I'm thinking about right now. And I was gonna try to sell my tokens here on whale market, but I don't even know how many tokens I'm getting. I might just go into debt if I don't have the fucking tokens.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people that aren't really familiar with NFTs post like pictures of the doodle cups, like holding them from McDonald's, like the coffee cups. And like I replied to their story, I'm like, yo, those are sick, aren't they? And they're like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's an NFT, bro. Did you know that? And they're like, no.
But instantly blocked you.
No clue. They're just posting the cool doodle cup. They're like,
That's
it's
cool.
sick. But I thought it was funny because like I knew they weren't really familiar with specifically NFTs.
Yeah, that's sweet. They did a good job there.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Rhodes, you want to go through the slides, or are you still messing with the spaces?
No, you can kill the spaces. I have given up.
There's some echo anyways, I feel like.
Oh, you
Is
guys
there
were
echo?
on a Twitter space?
Yeah.
We're trying to do the simultaneous like Twitter space with the stream,
Oh.
and it's not working. Elon needs to hire more people to do it.
Oops.
Rhodes, all you.
Okay. Pull up the slides. Let's go through what's happening lately. Not a lot of news, I guess. We have more Michael Saylor buying.
Surprise.
More mixed opinions on this and whether or not it's positive or negative. I mean, if it's just one entity buying the bags, is it really good for the space, and does it create systemic risk when one organization owns so much? I mean, it's something you can debate back and forth quite a bit. So it's both interesting and whatnot. I guess it's part of the game theory and the accumulation. But either way, it's happening. I don't think there's a way to stop it. It continues to go, and we'll see how that plays out in the long term. Crypto has been sideways. ETH kind of leading the way. That's when you know crypto's really hurting. Is when it's ETH that's leading the way. That's a joke, but not really at the same time. I mean, ETH has struggled lately. It's nice to see that it's outperforming a little bit there. Hong Kong's leading bank is allowing crypto trading. They've also recently China made crypto a legal asset, so legal to hold crypto, things like that. So loosening restrictions in China, all positive for crypto. Of course, there's also the understanding that many in China have been able to get access to crypto regardless. So it may not be a huge boon to the market, but it's positive nonetheless. Meme coins seeing a bounce, pockets of that, some retracement here as we've kind of dipped even further. But pockets of positive meme coins. AI memes have been gaining momentum. AI memes are interesting. They almost lose the plot to a degree of what meme coins are. These AI agents, the meme coins themselves aren't necessarily that much of a meme. It's interesting, but either way, the sector, whether you call it a meme or not, or whether you call it tokens with interest, tokens with something behind it that isn't necessarily full meme, that whole sector has performed well, and will likely continue to do so. And there's going to be interesting kind of parts of it that kind of pop off. Over the weekend, there was some pump fum chaos. I didn't quite get into all the chaos. All I know is that I think as of Friday, maybe even Thursday, there was streaming on Pump Fun. And so people streaming to say, I am doing this until the token reaches X amount. Well, that whole situation amplified. And because it takes more and more extreme stuff to outdo the last person to do it, things got a little out of hand. Certainly a risk point. Hopefully they prevent the ability to do that. Otherwise, pumped
I
up.
did just see that they did take that live streaming down.
Perfect. Because otherwise, Pump Fun was in risk of being just shut down.
Yeah.
If it isn't already in risk. So, I think what Pump Fun CEO had the FBI go to his place, a couple weeks ago, if I recall. So either way, a little bit of chaos there. Good thing they stopped that. Just really not really what we're there for. And it's like, the situation is, as soon as you get anywhere near the price of X happening, unless they continue to escalate, this price I do this price I do this price I do this, unless they continue to escalate, it's going to get your price appreciation is going to fall flat really quick once it gets anywhere near that. So, and then if it does achieve it, then it's goes to zero afterwards, kind of thing. So, NFTs volume's a little lower. Of course, it's weekend volume on the NFTs, but not like what we've seen in the past. Couple bright spots though. Little Pudgies up to 1.3. Of course, they kind of lagged behind Pudgies in general, and I thought they were a little bit light. They've bounced about 9% as of earlier today. Chromie Squiggles up to 4.5 ETH. They up 12%. I think there's some interest in the whole art narrative and where that kind of plays back in. That was a big sector, and I think if NFTs are a way of parking some wealth from meme coins and crypto, then NFT arts, art blocks, etc., could be an interesting sector of the space, kind of trailing punks, blue chips, and then generative art, etc. So I think that might be a movement there. OMB's up 5%, and Sproto Gremlins up 16%, highlighting BTC ordinals typically up when Bitcoin pumps. This is a little bit of the opposite, and Sproto Gremlins highlighting meme NFTs or NFTs related to meme coins. So very few bright spots, mostly red, as everything's red. And of course, if ETH is up, then also more kind of headwind for NFTs. And on the meme coins, some bright spots. Brett up 7%. I kind of go through this list looking at market cap. Obviously, there's massive winners all over the place and new coins that perform well. But I'm always looking for established coins and how they're performing, because I think that's your safest place to be outside of like a small portion to be in the like true degen new token gambling kind of side of things. But Brett's up 7%. Chill Guy did a nice run, 18%. It's been up and down, flew up, flew down. So it's anything about chill on the charts. Doge up 10% as that kind of progresses along. Elon saying all kinds of crazy stuff on, what he could and may not do in the terms of the government side of things, or at least speculation around that. And then AIC, which is a AI coin, up 33% to 62 mil. And in prediction markets, some big swings for Danksy on the Super Bowl champion. San Francisco 49ers have all but kind of vanished, even though they're still in the hunt. But leading teams like the Lions, Ravens, and a couple other have really moved up into the spotlight. Probably quicker than we might have expected. So, the odds on those ones are pretty heavy, to the extent that, I would say that there might be some worthwhile profit taking on some of that. And yeah, that is kind of the roundup on things. I'll pause and we can get right into it.
Yeah, bro. I kind of something early you touched on MicroStrategy buying a bunch of Bitcoin. I feel that it's not bad, but it's bad. Like, it's for one person to hold all of it, or one entity, like you said. I mean, bro, they bought 51,000 more Bitcoin at 88K. Like, that's I think it was like 4.5 billion if I remember correctly, but that's a large amount.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say they haven't bought more at once, but maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I don't know, like their size purchases, but yeah, man, it's for any of these entities. I think I'd rather it be MicroStrategy than BlackRock or State Street or Vanguard. Personally, I'd
Kind of.
rather.
Like, what's the end game, right?
I don't know.
What is the end game for MicroStrategy? They're just gonna own the Bitcoin, and their
Yeah.
stock is gonna trade based on the future value of Bitcoin. Is that like is it just a proxy ETF? Like, what is
Yeah,
what is
I mean,
the outcome of it?
they're rewarded to do it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
well,
the
I mean,
financial rewards too.
0% interest bonds that they can kind of roll out, convertible only if the price is an X amount of value. So like it's risk free for them to go ahead and do it until, I don't even know what the systemic risk is to the company based on what I've heard. Like
Not,
at
I
this
mean,
point,
they're
like
if
No.
people
it's
are
just a straight up
buying,
glitch right now, and I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's a good way to reduce supply, but I just don't understand what the end game is. Do they slowly begin selling it once it reaches a certain point, and then that's where they
I
generate
don't
some
think
revenue?
so,
Like,
bro. I think I think I've heard him say before they want to be the largest Bitcoin bank in the world. So who knows? Maybe MicroStrategy becomes a Bitcoin bank. I don't know what that entails or what it looks like, but
you mean
what does that
an
even mean?
exchange?
yeah, right.
Like, you
That's what I
just
was
did an
thinking.
exchange.
I actually don't think he has any idea. Like
His
short term
goal
wise,
is just
like
accumulate Bitcoin, and he's got a way to do it, and he's doing it well. Like,
dude, I mean, if people are dumb enough to pay him 3x what it costs, like if you're paying 3x the price of Bitcoin and he can buy for 1x, like he's doing that trade every single day.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, it's essentially it's trading at a multiple because of the future value of Bitcoin. But like, I mean, if
No, that doesn't
any
make
of us were to
sense.
sit here and say Bitcoin's going to reach 300K this cycle or in the near future, I think that's kind of on the higher end of the bullishness that we would expect. So like to trade at 3x seems pretty crazy.
That
Maybe
does not make any financial
1.2x,
sense.
1.5x, but like 3x. Heck, I think there's arguments we just topped at 99K.
No, for
Crazy.
like
Doubt it,
a
but it's
liquid
not
asset
crazy,
like
right?
Bitcoin that's not producing cash flow, there's no point in valuing future price expectancy.
Yeah.
You price it at it's the fair market price now, it's the fair market price tomorrow. So like that's whoever's telling you that does not know any financial strategy or financial valuation whatsoever. So they have a money printer. Right now they're like they can sell bonds and sell equity at 3x their multiple, and they're doing it every single day until people start paying 1x their multiple.
Right. Yep.
That's exactly. They're like there's no like financial duty to shareholders is that's what you do until you can't do it anymore.
But like
That's it.
shareholders they don't I guess they do gain because the value of the company goes up, the value of
They
their
do. The
shares go
value
up
of the
because
company
they get
goes up, and
sold. But like they're not generating revenue from any of this. They have no revenue.
yeah, but like if that's what your company is doing, technically, like what are you gonna say you can't do it? It'd be equally burning money if they didn't do it. I'd say it'd be worse for their company if they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I think it's funny because it really the company came down to like a pretty much a point in time where they're like, yeah, it's either this or we go out of business, and that's what they did, bro.
Yeah. We're
But no,
dying,
it's
but hey, if
kind
we
of
just buy all the Bitcoin, we're gonna be worth like
no,
I was
it's interesting.
considering
Like,
opening a market neutral position on MicroStrategy, like shorting MicroStrategy and going long on Bitcoin and arbing that play out.
shorting MicroStrategy, you said.
Yeah, shorting MicroStrategy and having a equally long position in Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, like hedge yourself against either way.
No, I mean like there's no way MicroStrategy remains this valuable for what they're doing. Unless there's some like huge brain move that they're gonna like reinvent Bitcoin and like revive Satoshi or some shit. Like there's no way anyone's like why would anyone buy this when you can buy Bitcoin for 1x?
I don't know,
it'll be
bro.
isn't their earnings report comes out tomorrow, is it, or this week?
Are you talking about why would somebody
So
buy their stocks versus buy Bitcoin?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably,
At
like
this
if you
point,
look
yeah.
at some, there's some people who can't own crypto. Like if you work for
Like
like
you can
the
own an
Fidelity.
ETF.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
own the
but like,
ETF.
say it again.
You can own the ETF. Basically, if they liquidate this position, like let's say you buy $400. Let's say you buy $400 in stock right now, and they decide to liquidate the company and give you your equivalent in Bitcoin, you'd only get $133 back.
Gotcha.
So where did the other $266 go?
I don't know, bro. I don't really know stocks.
That's just what it like. That's the assets they hold. Like
Yeah.
they're not producing anything
No.
in reality.
Yeah, I really, it's hard to say. I feel like hopefully we won't have to worry about that for like 10, 15 years. But
He's
when
gotta
it
have some
does, when
plan.
they do start selling, it could be like one of those, obviously situations where the price will move down. But
Yeah, the
Let's
only threat is
let's
if they
phone
could
him
go
in
bankrupt,
actually.
but
Let's
it's not.
let's phone him in.
yeah, let's call them real quick.
Yeah. Sailor, what do you got to say?
Also, they can't sell. They technically, like, if they sell, it's gonna be really bad. I feel like because they have to report every quarter about how much Bitcoin they own now.
Yeah,
So unless they
I mean,
stop reporting or like,
they're not selling until Bitcoin reaches, 7 figures plus, 8 figures, that kind of whatever, when you get a little higher valuation of Bitcoin itself, then they could conceivably start selling. But
Oh shit! So I just seen they actually just bought a shit ton more. Like 11 hours ago, I seen him
Yeah.
make another
it was
post.
another 5 billion, 5.8.
5.4 billion, 55,000 Bitcoin at 97,000, bro.
Wouldn't that be nice?
But it's interesting because, like I said, I don't really know the stock side. To learn more of it, to have a little more in depth understanding I'd like to understand it a little more, clearly. But even as the tweet from like 10 hours ago, he said year to date, MicroStrategy's treasury operations delivered a Bitcoin yield of 59.3%, providing a net benefit of 112,000 Bitcoin to our shareholders. So is it like some of it getting allocated to them?
Maybe the biggest ones are being promised that, or like the biggest shareholders, but I'm sure that would be public knowledge.
The stock's
No,
still
you
trading
can't.
more than the value of Bitcoin, so it doesn't matter.
No, but there's no way. It's all common stock, so you can't give one share of common stock preferential treatment versus another.
Right? Yeah.
It's not like NFTs and crypto whales where you get like preferential treatment.
Fair point.
Basically, technically, you can there's multiple ways to value a company. The most common way is to value future cash flows, right? If you make $1 million this year, make $1 million next year, $1 million after that, like how much is that worth today? And that's the value people place on companies, right? But you don't get cash flow from Bitcoin, and their business is non-existent. So, what are you actually valuing MicroStrategy on besides how much Bitcoin they hold?
Right.
And they hold 3 times less than what they're actually valued at. So I'm not sure what people are thinking. I mean, that's markets. That's markets on the short term, even in large equity companies like this, where price isn't really determined by fundamentals. It's really how people are buying.
I don't know. I guess maybe they look at it like if he keeps buying. I don't know. It's interesting, bro. It's interesting. I gotta do my in-depth research on stocks to even have much of an in-depth conversation on it. But I'm glad you know quite a bit more than I do, because I'm listening, bro.
Their Q3 earnings per share was negative $1.60. The revenue was 116 million in Q3, with a net income of negative 340 million.
So they're
not
losing money.
Yeah, I mean, which many companies do, and still have really high valuations based on the the idea that they will generate revenue and profit in the future, but their business
The business is not
doesn't. Yeah, it's a dinosaur of a business that is being replaced by MicroStrategy, Tableau, etc. Heck, even Excel, based on their product. And there's not much longevity in what they do as a business, other than holding Bitcoin. So, it's like the ultimate, like it's like meme Bitcoin,
It's like
right?
like Berkshire Hathaway, like the Warren Buffett company, used to be a textile company, and he acquired it like a long time ago and changed it to like some conglomerate, basically mutual fund stock picking company that he runs. And so that's kind of that transition I think Michael Saylor's doing into crypto, but he's just only buying Bitcoin. Like he might buy other cryptos in the future, but like unless he's like unless you think he's Warren Buffett and can pick like the next, I don't know, like unless you think his liquid crypto strategy is really that good, besides picking Bitcoin or picking Bitcoin forever is that good, then you can buy it. But like at this point, he's never gonna live up
Stopping.
to this valuation.
Yeah. Yeah.
We say all this. We say all this, and MicroStrategy is rated a strong buy, and price targets of about 25-30% higher than what it currently is. So, not to say that MicroStrategy as a stock has not have value. It's just a wild situation and scenario. Regardless, the thing is that also starts to happen. The further they can, or the more they continue to do this, and the further they get ahead, it kind of prevents the viability of any other organization trying to do the same. Doesn't mean that they're companies like, say, Microsoft, if they were to allocate a portion of their balance sheet to Bitcoin, is not possible, but to be able to do it and try to gain any kind of advantage at this point just doesn't exist, because MicroStrategy has been so far ahead of the curve in what they're doing, right?
There's probably
Yeah, I
a
just
point
My bad.
of Bitcoin. There's probably a price at Bitcoin that MicroStrategy is actually valued at, which is probably a lot. Probably 3x from here.
Yeah, that's
Actually 3x from here would be right. Like 4x from here, if Bitcoin was at 400K, MicroStrategy would be priced perfectly, technically.
Yeah, Bitcoin's not hitting 400K anytime soon, unless we all believe that, nations are going to strategic reserve. And I mean, if the United States just comes out with a plan and they say that, okay, we're going to buy and add to our current Bitcoin holdings, and not just turn those into a strategic reserve, but actually, double that or triple that, and then other companies decide to do the same thing, then yeah, you get this kind of like gold rush effect for Bitcoin, and it could escalate very quickly. That's your ultimate bull case for Bitcoin. Unless that happens, it's not hitting 400K anytime soon. Could it get to 250K? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But like, let's just cross 100K first and go from there, right? But like, to value MicroStrategy that far ahead is crazy. But then I guess that valuation comes into the fact that they have the ability to continue to acquire Bitcoin and therefore increase their holdings. But when they increase their holdings, they're actually not gaining unless their new holdings appreciate in value, right? Because they're going to issue a convertible, like a bond. That bond, they do 5 billion in bonds. They buy 5 billion in Bitcoin. That's a net neutral purchase, right? They need that 5 billion of Bitcoin to then go up for them to actually gain value towards their total assets held, right?
Sorry, I'm relocating.
Okay.
Give me like 2 minutes, I can explain it.
Yeah, and I think the amount of Bitcoin that they hold on a terms of valuation is like a third of what their stock is valued, but that doesn't include any liabilities.
What's
right? So those bonds that they have issued.
What's the amount of Bitcoin they hold in total? Does anybody? I guess I can look that up, but
That's a good
All right, I'm back. All right.
question right there.
What should happen, what's going to happen is two completely different things, right? If you're dealing with irrational human beings and market and money and all that stuff. So what you should see is that as they keep issuing bonds, convertible debt, equity, whatever, the price will go down for MicroStrategy, even if they're buying Bitcoin, because individual shares would be diluted with the increased issuance. So, like, as there's more supply of shares, like, you see that, like, first green candle, whatever, 2 days ago on this chart? That was when they announced that, like, they were going to purchase, like, 40 billion in Bitcoin or something. So that's kind of due to the market forces being like, okay, currently they have, like, 100 shares. They're going to issue 50 more. So now there's 150 shares, and my equity stake is getting diluted. So that's kind of what should happen in the market when they keep issuing, and that's kind of why I think their price is going to go down, just because as they issue more shares, and buying more Bitcoin, like their 3x multiple on Bitcoin holdings is going to go down to 1.5 until it's at 1. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now.
Makes sense. We have now spent 30 minutes talking about a whole lot of MicroStrategy. Let's get into majors, Bitcoin, and then feed into alts. So
do it.
Bitcoin nearly crosses 100K. You know, I think if it crosses 100K, specifically if it does it during the early part of the week and not on like a Friday or the weekend, it creates headlines and it creates probably momentum towards further appreciation. Now, you see that we're now into the Tuesday candle, and we've had this nice like test pullback, and if we can rally on our Tuesday flip and rally towards 100K and break through, you know, maybe get to 105, come back, retest, and then push up. That's your ultimate like kind of bullish strength showing through, right? So it's touch, pull back, push, pull back, run. That's kind of what you would expect on such a key level. If the momentum is to kind of really rally and continue, wouldn't be unreasonable to see a pullback on Bitcoin back to 87K, you know, maybe even lower. So it's kind of like a wait and see. You know, the one positive here is that it is Tuesday, and Tuesday is that rally day. So what are our thoughts here?
I definitely do not disagree with that. That's kind of what I was looking at. I mean, off this candle, since we've just been on the call, it's obviously seen a little bit of a move up right at a nice area where we could see some support. But we'll see how today and the rest of the week plays out. I could definitely, you know, depending on how it plays at this level, we could see 87 for sure. Which I don't think's bad. I think that's still bullish.
Yeah, I'm basing a lot of my levels off of like fib retracements. I think I'm probably in the same boat, like 86 to 88K. I'm cool with it hitting there, even going a little lower, to be honest with you. Even if it came back to 73 and touched that top of old all-time highs, I wouldn't be necessarily worried at all, because I think that's about, let me see, let me throw that fib on there, roughly 50, yeah, about 50%, yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened either, but I don't think there's enough selling pressure at the moment to push us down there. I think we'll probably hold pretty well at that 86K level.
And on my chart, that's a 38.2% retracement, which is usually a strong sign if we bounce and continue up off that level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking back at the old charts, the old like initial pump in the bull cycle in 2021, 2020. we're probably going to see like 2 or 3 more red days. That's what I'm seeing right now. And then probably going to spike
Yeah.
up. I think that aligns perfectly with Thanksgiving. Make sure to shield to all your family members, your bags and my bags. But yeah, I mean, we've been on a ripper recently so far since like November 5th or something, or whatever the election was. So nice breather. We still have a lot more to go. I'm not really worried. Make sure Rhodes doesn't add any new lines, and we're good to go.
So something that I found pretty interesting going back through is that we tend to see like these 4-week rallies. Maybe you can argue that we can get a 5th week if we get a bit of a break in there, kind of like what we saw back in February. But typically it's like these 4-week rallies that we've seen in the past where you get these like big swings up for a period of time. I'm curious to see how that plays out. Yeah, almost all the way through. I guess this is technically a 5 with the pullback week in there. So this might be our chance at least, gain a little bit of extra steam here if we have a bit of a down week in general.
Yeah.
But if
Ropes
we can
are,
kind of build up a little momentum here and push above, then that might almost be better than trying to push above right now and then gassing out just above 100K kind of thing.
Ropes are your lines and in my fib retracement, bro, was like a perfect zone for where Bitcoin stopped and halted there for at least a day or two now.
Yeah, right. This line right here, this is the old line. And then of course the 100K mark, like everything just fit very well in that zone. I would have liked to see this daily been higher if we were to like really kind of keep that momentum a bit more. But like, yeah, this is quite the gap here, right? We could see support there, but could go as low as 79K there as well, just on this gap in these lines here. But we'll see.
Yeah, man. Even if you throw like a little fib on that little move right there with the 86K as the bottom, I mean, dude, it's touching like a perfect 50% fib level. Oh, I don't know. I'm interested. Those smaller fib retracements, I mean, I like them, but I really base it off that off of like weeklies.
Yeah, that's exactly right there. Perfect pullback in your buy zone right here. And if you were to go back here, then you can see the test in that 88 to 84 range, right?
Yeah, bro. Looks nice. We'll see, man. I think like Danksy was saying too, I think we're probably gonna see a few more red days or maybe even us holding and slowly trickling down. But either way, man, long term, I think we're again gonna bust through that 100K. But maybe not by the end of November. Maybe we do, but this definitely mid-December. I think we do.
Yeah, I was looking at that poly market bet now on the 100K, which felt so probable, right? But I mean, did we ever tease 100K? But I mean, it's supernatural, and quite smart to take profits at such a massive level, right? I know we get like wrapped up in the euphoria of price and momentum, but like, odds of breaking through 100K without any kind of test and struggle are pretty low, right? So like, and obviously we haven't had a asset like this to test 100K and all that kind of stuff, but these psychological levels can provide pretty big barriers, pretty good support, and then we go from there. So, yeah, that's why you see stock blitz, right?
Yeah, I think
To
I
break
think I
down those
agree.
psychological levels.
It's a good level to see a retracement, like you're saying, and better than we just rip up another 10, 20K and have a deeper retracement down the road. So
yeah,
it's a good area. Like I wouldn't even really mind to see that 80K range. So the time
Awesome.
I'd like to see where we're at next week this time.
Oh, it's going to
Yeah.
be past 100K. We're putting in work right now on the reversal strategy.
We are kind of pushing up right now, but
1.5% on Bitcoin. ETH lagging as usual.
altcoins.
He's broke 3,500. Like, it actually looks pretty strong right now.
Does look pretty good right now.
Like at this point over the last since the election close there, it's ran. It's already had its retracement. It had a nice retest of the the 3K level, 3,100 level, and it's pushing up. Like ETH looks good. Now we say ETH looks good. That's probably the time to sell and get away from ETH. But it's been a hard one to kind of trade and predict and move with. It's always been undervalued based on previous cycles and lagged. And if you look at what is it, ETH BTC here, like it looks
It's time for the ETH to shine.
Yep.
it looks like it's trying to break out of this channel here. But it hasn't necessarily broke that channel yet, right? Like it's there, but like and we briefly did it there, just after
Then MicroStrategy
the election kind of moved there, and then and then MicroStrategy bought and it got Bitcoin back on track, and things changed. But like if you look at that channel, like it hasn't broke out, and it's still in a pretty good downtrend right now.
Where'd you draw the
so-
line here? Where would you
Where
draw?
would I
It's like
draw?
getting
Well,
close to-
I would draw a channel in here. So let's see here.
I mean, I think we're getting really close to the top of the channel.
Right, we're still in it. Is the thing.
I mean,
So-
we're really close. Like another green day, another 2 green days, and we're through.
Now,
And
does
then we
this channel is actually it expands, hey? This isn't a parallel channel. So it's not necessarily the best example. Jeez. All right, my chart is just showing.
I don't know. I think it's
on this,
it's
we're-
close to ETH making the run now. Like, give it like another week or two. People were saying that people were going to rotate into alts once Bitcoin was going to hit 100K. So that narrative.
For me, bro, ETH kind of broke a real pivotal level there. Even on like the weekly, what is it? The weekly ETH BTC chart. I mean, it looks good, bro. It looks good. It's kind of sitting, holding. Let me move this back even a little bit farther. It's probably just flipped the 78.6. I mean, it's perfectly touching, almost like exactly. I have my window shared if you wanna buzz me in for a second, and I'll show you. what I'm
Sure,
looking
if
at.
you want to do that instead of watching me fiddle with this channel.
Sweet.
Yeah, you're on, Tyler. You got you.
But yeah, man, I think even here, right? You can zoom that over and check it out later times. We kind of even held there for a little bit too, but we broke below. And depending on what bottom you use, because originally I think using right here is the bottom. You can see either way the levels kind of actually just flip. They're pretty much the same level, but we'll go like this. And literally like a perfect touch, bro. Like, I mean, I couldn't put it on there any better, but it even looking at like the Bitcoin dominance, ETH dominance, I think this is the ETH dominance. ETH dominance is kind of coming up on this one. I'm not really loving the fibs on it, to be honest with you. It's not really holding at any like pivotal level. On here, it would make me be a little more concerned. But if you actually look at
Mhm.
ETH's chart, I mean, it looks like it just broke like a nice. It's kind of been downtrending, honestly, bro, since all-time high originally. Like we haven't really actually,
Yep.
broke above and got out of it. So it's nice to see that too. You come in here and we zoom in on a daily, and on a daily we kind of just perfectly break above the fib level trend line, and I think we're probably gonna rock it up, bro. Kind of buzz above here, break above that 36, roughly 35.80, I think it is, and come up to these levels, which is really just this fib here.
So hopefully, worst case is that if Bitcoin breaks 100 and decides to rocket, ETH could maybe double bottom back towards the lower fib level on dominance, and then rally kind of thing. But otherwise,
Yeah.
I would agree that it looks like ETH is bottoming out in terms of Bitcoin dominance. It looks like it's breaking out of the channel. Looks like it's pushing some nice fib levels here. So
Yeah, I'd like to see.
overall,
I'd
it's
like to see something.
Mhm.
But something I actually like to see too is a lot of Ethereum used to flow into Maker, right? We talked about Maker quite a bit, kind of being that early indicator, and Maker has kind of made a little comeback here, and it was never off track by any means. I mean, due to just the market cap, the total supply. I think there's under 1 million tokens, so it doesn't take much to kind of move the token or dump it. In terms of where we're at now with it, bro, I mean, it's kind of made a run up. We see, get rid of this level really quick. I think we could see it probably run up again, test this 2000 level and break above there. But dude, a lot of Ethereum flows through here. It flows through pretty much this compound. Aave's even up too, right? We've talked about Aave in the past, but Aave kind of breaking above these levels. I'd love to see it come up here, and I think as we do, ETH will come along with it. But honestly, I really don't personally think that the altcoins are gonna run until ETH does. I think once ETH starts running, bro, that's when everything else runs with it.
Yeah, we've seen this past week. I was happy to see as well. I've been talking about a couple weeks in a row. Uniswap, Compound, and Chainlink had a pretty good week.
Finally,
Broke some nice selling levels where we could continue up, but yeah, it kind of depends on the main caps here.
yeah.
But they haven't
Yeah.
seen as deep as a retracement as Bitcoin has, so at least today, or yes, I guess considered yesterday's candle.
Yeah, Comp made a good move, it looks like.
Uniswap's still at some level where some sellers could show up, but I like the look of Compound right now, especially if we can hold above like 65. I think we have room to move up still to maybe 75.
Yeah, bro. I think if we hold that 63 level, I think we're gonna continue up. Dude, it was chilling in that 40 to 50 range, 54 range for so long, dude.
For a while. Yeah, even if you zoom out, it's been in this range for 896 days.
Yeah, right.
And I think I'm a couple weeks off, so like probably it's definitely over 900 days.
Yeah.
You guys aren't even sharing your screen. I'm on Rhodes' screen right now.
Yeah, I didn't realize you're on my screen. That's all right.
No problem.
Soul's been just a winner recently. It just can't be stopped.
It's made a nice retracement as well where we could see it. Yeah, I mean, they're all made a similar look as Bitcoin as well.
What's your line say about Soul Roads?
He's gonna come back next week. There's a new line. There's no line right here. What's going on?
Yeah, there is quite the gap here for Solana on the upper and lower bounds here. It's means more volatility than anything. There's nothing here to provide any kind of support resistance, at least in the terms of these lines. I would say that getting to 338, 340 kind of range is probably a good quicker move. If not, we're back to testing 205, et cetera, and on the lower side. But Solana looks good, kind of price discovery for the most part, right, as well. So you have to just kind of wait that one out. Is there there's certainly risk of a lower retest back to 200 kind of thing, but otherwise, I don't know. Solana looks strong. You kind of want to hold this 230 range to kind of keep that momentum up. But
Yeah, I want to see it break that 264, bro. Breaks that 264. I think we're off.
Push another all-time high, and away we go.
Yeah, and it's also the what is the 161 fib retracement?
There we go.
161.8.
I gotta toss. I need more lines. I need to have a fib on at least all my charts now. So look for those in the future. I'm just gonna be sitting up all night, just putting some fibs on, because they have. Anytime I've been using them, or on meme coins and et cetera like that, like they just read out so well, and such a an easy indicator to adopt into analysis.
It is, bro. It is. It's like something I learned back in the day was something called price trap, right? You find two support and resistances. There's support and resistance above current price, and you just wait for it to break above one of those levels, retest, and on that retest you'd buy and leverage trading. Well, then I started learning about fibs, and you put fibs on it, and those same levels I was marking up were fib retracements. And I'm like, what the, and it's something you can't explain, bro. It's just, I don't know why it does it. Could never tell you. I don't even want to try to find out. It's something I have no interest in learning. It's like, why is a square a square?
Chaos
I don't know,
theory
bro.
in the universe, right? Like, it's just,
that's what it was. I don't know. I didn't make it up. I don't know these rules. I just identify the square pattern. And for me, that's kind of how I use that fib tool. And the price trap strategy where, you treat it like a ladder or a market ruler. And I've always, honestly, for like the past 4 years, that's kind of all I've used, along with more, you add all these other things on top of it, the lines, the moving averages, the trend lines. And dude, then everything starts to just click and you're like, I don't know why it's doing this, bro. Like, why does the market perfectly line up with all my lines, You start driving yourself nuts. But you can't always predict it, bro. Sometimes, no matter how great the technical, it just, it could completely ignore it.
Of what's his name with the crazy hair and all the numbers everywhere. Just like, see
right
there.
Like an Einstein.
That's how it happens.
I swear, bro. I don't know who did that, but it ain't gonna be me. I'm just gonna use what they made.
Fibs were one of those things when I learned it just like clicked in my head. I was like, yep, this is what I'll use. So and it just made, like Tyler said, it just made sense. Pattern recognition is really how I see it too. So it's a nice.
You start with support and resistance, then you elevate to long-term spider line support and resistance, and then you go to fibs. There we go.
I used to use like all the different candles, bro. There was something called Ikomoku clouds. Bro, I've gone through so many different indicators, and and like I said, now, bro, I like to just have like a couple fibs on there, and that's it. Like the less for me is more.
It's true. That's ultimately why I like more than anything the 200-day trend.
Yeah, and like
your
the moving
trend,
averages too.
You're going up, perfect. If you drop below and you're below, you're going down, right? And I mean, you can also look at like crosses and stuff like that. There are so many different ways to get to the same general conclusion. Hopefully, your way gets to the conclusion faster than everyone else.
Facts, bro. It's
perfect.
It's
anything else on alts majors?
Not really, bro.
Not really.
All right. Let's take a look at NFTs. NFTs have slowed down in terms of volume. We had this nice rally and kind of a couple of weeks of good NFT activity in terms of volume. It's kind of pulled back a bit. Our blip in buyer to seller ratio was only 3 days. Let's get that positive. If it starts getting consistently positive, that's when I'm going to say that the NFT bull market is back. Hopefully, price appreciation hasn't just gone through the roof before that starts to happen, but really that's where, we need to have more people buying and selling on a regular basis for true NFT kind of positivity going. I guess actually what would be really interesting, I have to think if I can do this, but basically to do this, but do this on blue chip NFTs, or at least the majors, right? Because there are probably many collections out there that people aren't going to be chasing down actively buying. But if you were to look at this on a blue chip basis, does that change the narrative a bit? So I'll see what I can do there in the terms of buyers to seller ratio, and if I can do it on the collection basis, because I think that might be a better earlier indicator, because that's where we've seen some of the strength so far. Is in the higher end collections. They have performed well, up for the first time since back in June, briefly, over where we were price wise, and then on an uptrend here again, looking good. We see little pudges again, as we mentioned on the top, leading the way, creeps up there as well. Really a pullback retracement in the last week. Rec Guy down the most, I think. Rec Guy, just token allocation, etc., from their new Rect meme token, which I think is actually a great token, really fitting for the timing and all that kind of stuff, the way DGOD should have done it. Blue chip floor on the monthly, much stronger, 30% range, 40% up on the top collections here. And then we also see some pretty good retracements on some of these as well. But overall, pretty strong. We look at the general health. On the daily, it's starting to get green across the board. I don't know if I need to refresh this, but when I looked earlier today, it was a mostly red with a few collections up. And so we're seeing a bit more positivity on overall. And in fact, Bitcoin Puppets up another 5% since I last looked at this. They were at 0.125. No, not Puppets. That was OMBs. Sorry, misspoke there. But in general, a bit of positivity. Any NFT collections that we're looking at?
I know you guys know Quirkies. They just had a mint, a deflationary mint actually. So the collection size will actually go down as this happens. And currently, inks with a I couldn't tell if it was a C or X. OpenSea, let me see the floor on there. 0.12. Yeah, so it's the same floor as it is on OpenSea as well. They were a 0.25 mint. There was a couple ways to do it actually. So it was either a 0.25 mint or burn some items that you've earned from staking your NFTs and 2 quirklings, and can be a little confusing if you're not into the community, but that's why they made the Inks Mint Pass, where you could just buy that and mint one of them. So really cool art. I really like it. You might be able to get some nice snipes. I don't think they would trade below 0.25 for very long, especially once they're all minted out. But they could be minting for a while. I think there can be max 2,500 of them, and 512 of them have been minted in, it's been 6 days, I guess, 7 days or 5 days more. So I guess we'll see. It's hard to predict the floor price of NFTs, especially at a mint, just because I feel like any mint I've seen the last couple months have just people just list it right below for some reason. So
I like this one.
Very cool art. I'm telling you, I love the art. It's my new PFP on Twitter, so I have 3 of them.
How'd you
Snag
make
number.
how'd you do it? What was the secret sauce that you did?
I burned. Well, so I burned 2 Quirklings and how do I explain it the easiest way? So in staking, you earned 4 different rewards to fill up your pyramids, which was an hourglass, skateboard,
An orb.
and
An hourglass.
a key.
Yeah.
And you have to fill your pyramid up. So you technically need 2 pyramids and 8 items. So it's 10 items right there that you're burning, and then the 2 Quirklings. Or instead of the Quirklings, you can use goo, which you earn from staking as well. And I have a lot of goo, so I just burned 2 Quirklings, and then I used goo for the other 2 inks.
I got mine from burning my lings. Number 6642 and 6375 bit the dust, bro. They got incinerated. But mine's number 32 if you want to check it out, bro. It's not that cool. I like it. I'm just kidding. I do like it. But
32.
I don't see it on there.
Oh, there.
There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
The art's kind of nice.
I really
I
like
like
art.
it, bro. I personally like it. It reminds me of Zoidberg's lips, like his little, and his little fin from Futurama. I don't know if you guys ever watched that.
So what's
Am I
the
crazy? Why don't I see 32?
It's right there. First one to the
Top.
left. That's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it just doesn't show the number; it just shows the rarity. Okay.
OpenSea shows it a little
Yeah.
easier when you type the number.
So-
Yeah, very
I'm
close.
so used to searching NFTs on OpenSea that it's been a while since I've done the active unit
Right,
searching,
yeah.
Tether, all that kind of stuff that I used to do on OpenSea. This one's actually a pretty solid too. I like
It's
it.
really cool. I love being around. I don't think I've been around for many mints. Been around for a few and watched them, but I just love seeing new art come by. So, yeah, I think my favorite one. I have 43 and 42, I think, and then let me see.
Any one of ones out yet or no?
I think actually
The gold. I think there's only one gold head and like one gold plate.
there's one. Number 45 is a red cap. That's a 1 of 1 trait so far. There's a squid hat, which is like a ski hat, and a tag beanie, where those are potentially could be 1 of 1 traits, but they're not 1 of 1s yet. I think they have 1 of 1 traits as well in this collection.
Yeah, like
so
the
like
one over to the right looks.
a base inks could have a 1 of 1 trait.
Yeah,
might
that one
have
right next to him
Yeah, that
has the gold hat.
Oh,
there
there
it
we go.
is.
So this one's the most rare, apparently,
Huh.
according to Magic Eden. There's a
Oh,
gold
really?
head.
Nice. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, other than that, bro, I've like I said, I've seen the Doodles cups at Mickey D's, McDonald's. I had a couple people I seen, like I said, that aren't really into crypto or NFTs or Web3, anything like that. And they were posting it on their story, like not even knowing what it was. That is pretty
funny.
cool.
Yeah, I like that.
So what's the are these like a part? What do the quirkies do now?
The quirkies are the main ticket to the ecosystem still. So in order to stake and earn goo, which is not really said what goo can be, they're kind of waiting for more regulation to come by and see where to go from there. But quirkies are the main ticket to the ecosystem, and will have the most utility down the road as well. But inks will also, if you put 2 inks with an alpha, if you put 2 inks on your questing team, which is, like I said, staking, it's a 15x on goo. So you can earn a shit ton of goo if you stake both of them, or stake 2 of them at the same time. Which, like I said, goo I think will be pretty valuable down the road. There's been a few hints at what it could be used for. Nothing finalized yet. Is that your favorite one there, Rhodes?
This is my favorite one right here. Yeah, I like this one. I like things that are, generally speaking, aesthetically pretty clean. So
that
when I
one's
look at the
nice.
collection in the first place, I'm like, the art's good, but it's the typical NFT kind of like, as traits come together, they don't all look like one-on-ones or that kind of idea. A clean one can look like a one-on-one. And of course,
Yeah.
I've been spoiled because I spent so much time looking at the pond lately that every single one of them is a one-on-one. And so, looking at, generative NFT collections, they're different, but like, yeah, certain times you get them to come together and you just look at it and you're just like, yeah, that one's absolutely sweet. And this one,
Yeah, that's a very good pick. I
aesthetically
like
is
the matching
really
eye
nice.
trait and everything, the matching background of the body.
Mhm.
Very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. That's the one. Cool.
So these basically replaced the Quirklings. Are the
What'd you
Quirklings
say?
still- These basically replaced
No,
Quirklings.
So
no, they're the villain of the collection,
correct.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 10,000 Quirklings and 5,000 Quirkies. So the Quirkies have a matching Quirkling, which are considered an alpha set. So if you have like Quirky number 1 and Quirkling number 1, you have an alpha set. And you can stake and earn more goo with the alpha set. But anyway, 5,000 Quirklings can be burned, which not all of them will be burned, because some of them are one of ones above that 5,000 range, which is why they had to make new ways and different routes to come up with, 2,500 inks instead of having to burn 5,000 Quirklings. So not 5,000 will be burned exactly. It'll be interesting to see the collection, how much it'll cut down though. Let's see. If you go to Magic Eden, if you go to the Quirklings, let me pull it up real quick. There is 9,767. So a little bit over 200 have been burned already.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
I like the fact that it's deflationary.
Yeah, it's a cool way to introduce art into an
links,
ecosystem, and they did a lot of different routes, which I think everybody wins in the end. It didn't hurt anybody. I actually got to get some for free technically. So
Sweet.
and then, people that are new to the ecosystem and missed staking, they have a route to go as well. So
I see there's some more sales on the pond, bro.
the pond.
I was
Yeah,
around the
I think
pond.
that was
I almost
that was
won
when
the
you were.
other one.
You almost won it.
Yeah, I had like 1% chance of winning. It was close.
Oh, that's pretty close, bro. Closer than I was.
That
See
would
the
be a nice
Rizzlers on the
NFT to
floor.
win.
Yeah, it's
Couple
like
hundred.
50K.
The challenge is like two of the least interesting ones have found their way to the floor. And of course, then collection offers and all that kind of stuff are a little bit more harder to pull off. Of course, I mean, they're still priced astronomically high
Whoa.
overall, but they are pretty sweet, and I'm looking
Dang.
forward to seeing how this collection evolves
Some of those
They're
in
selling,
general.
bro.
Some of the art's sweet. I like
Oh,
that
yeah.
one where your mouse is on now. And
The
then I went
mouse?
over to the right. It's listed at 235.4.
Oh, the
That
green
one's
one.
pretty cool. And then there's an even better one when you scroll down, that blue one right there. That one's sick. And then the fire one
This
too.
one just raffled
Really?
recently.
Of course they listed it at 420. Degens.
Yeah. Just
That's sick too.
super.
Yeah, they're all these. Garrison, have you seen these ones before?
No, I don't think I was
You
on the
were
call
not.
last week.
The
So
Morty one, a Rick.
Yeah, I must have missed this alpha last week. What were they selling for, like 1 soul last week? No, I'm just kidding.
Only one
That'd
of
be
them
crazy.
They're
sold.
free. They're handing out for free. You just gotta be on the call.
Oh, I think I did remember you guys talking about this. Whoa, that's sweet. That kind of looks
Do you
like
recognize this one?
Azuki.
It is
Yeah.
a Mizuki. It is actually of a pretty well-known individual in the
Mizuki is-
space.
Um,
And the name is actually slipping me right now, but no, like there are PFPs. Basically, these were PFPs created for holders of FWOG, and they're PFPs to replace the individual holder's current PFP or whatever they kind of wanted. So, depending on the actual NFT here, you might recognize some of these as people that have been in the space. This is the one that's currently being raffled off. Not one of my favorites.
Wait, I thought it was the
Um,
samurai one.
I like
check
that
the
one.
Eden.
how much is it to enter the raffle?
It's 50 FWOG for one
50
ticket.
FWOG. Yeah.
If
So
you go to Magic Eden Explore, I think they're doing the samurai one. If you check,
what was it? Samurai one? Did that
Yeah.
cow one already finish?
And that's Solana, right? Oh yeah,
it's
here it is.
Longy.
Go to launch pad.
How much is
Oh,
a
whoa,
50
that one's
FWOG
pretty
worth?
cool.
Oh, that one is sweet.
What is so 50 FWOG is 0.0042 soul? It looks. Oh no, that's the mint.
Like
fee.
$20. It's like $20
Okay.
per ticket.
Dang, that one's pretty cool actually.
That one's that. Yeah, that's super sweet.
I like that one.
That one would sell for
Officer.
100 soul easy.
That's what you
100
think.
soul,
I mean,
200,
100 soul is like
200.
below floor, so
Yeah.
I might, if I were to win that, something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's. I don't know. It'd be hard to.
I'm a floor it.
It's hard to say. I'd say I
Get that
list
money
it
to do it.
right away, but then also when I get out, I'll be like, "Come on, I'll sell it for 1,000 soul one day."
That's so sweet.
no. If I won mine, I
There's only
definitely
4 auctions left, or 4 raffles left.
Dang.
97,
Does it tell you
98,
how many people are
99,
in it?
100. There's
unlimited
5,000. I don't know. Danksy, did
That
you
one says
follow if it went
upcoming.
over 5,000 on the last one?
No, it was like 2,000 of them sold or something like that.
Just 2,000. There you go.
Not a lot.
Oh wow.
It was like I think it was like something like 2,000 or something like that. Not a lot of them sold. It's not going to sell out.
Oh, this
Perfect.
auction will be going about a little bit after I wake up, or not auction. I
No,
guess
it's for 24
raffle.
hours, so it starts in 13
Yeah.
hours, 14 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can,
nobody.
you can watch
okay,
how it goes. I would
see.
imagine this one's gonna get a little bit more action because this is one of the sweetest FWOGs that there is. That's super cool,
Dang. I might throw
I mean, the other one was
$20 at that.
right? I think
I might throw
yeah,
$60, $70.
I think we all gotta toss some FWOG at that
Should
one,
we start a multi-sig and toss it in?
right?
And just, I mean, shit.
I'm gonna put my whole soul bag on it, bro. Just-
So, How much does 5,000 tickets cost?
Yeah,
Can you-
right?
can you
Yeah, 100
monopolize?
It's like 100 grand,
100
I
grand?
think.
Oh,
I wonder if that's possible.
that's more than what it's gonna sell.
It's definitely
Oh,
possible.
yeah, true. That would be quite a bit.
I don't know. You might.
Bro, I
be
mean,
better just
some of
buying
them, one of them
Microsoft.
sold for 275, bro.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
that one-
there's
that one
there's not
was
many
really
sales
sweet.
recently. There's been no sales recently.
No, it's been pretty quiet. One sold for 100 to an offer. That one was a steal, but there hasn't been a sale since, so maybe it wasn't a steal.
Right.
Yeah, the 275 one was
Dude, that's a risky
also
buy.
a pretty sweet one. No,
That
they're
is
all
a
they're all
scary
they're
buy.
all. I mean, yeah, but the meme coin, and we'll just hard pivot right into it before we even go to degen. But the meme coin itself is
Decon, you mean?
DGod. What did I say?
Degen.
Dgon.
Degen.
DGod.
Now go to Fog first.
Yeah.
Go to
What a
Fog.
fog.
Oh, yeah. Because
Right.
then,
So like,
so it's,
there's 100 NFTs, and it's a $400 million market cap meme coin, right? So that's what you're looking at when it comes to it. Super strong bounce, and it just retraced it all so fast. That was wild. It looked like we broke out of it, and then we're right back to it. Could get a nice little double bottom here and push out of it, but to me, before you make any of those kind of buys, you want it to hold above $500 million and and hold that range for a bit of time before I think you want to be aggressive about getting fog. And you can see over the last 5 days, it's been below that 500 mil, right? So I think 500 mil is an important level for the pond sales.
Wouldn't mind to see it keep going down so I can get some cheaper raffle entries.
Get less raffles. Yeah, well, not cheaper, but well, I mean, I guess yeah, the raffle would be cheaper and maybe less sold.
As long as I'm not like, as long as I didn't buy a bunch before and then it drops, and I'm like, well,
Then it feels
Well, it looks
bad.
like if there was a time to buy raffles, I would say right now. Right, this 368 level I think is pretty good. Heck, you can even see my fib levels on here. But this 380 range here I think is not a bad area to buy the tickets, and then away you go. So I like it. I think I might have to pick up a couple myself, and we'll see. Maybe one of us will have a fog by next show.
That's what
That'd
I
be
thought last
crazy.
show, and I lost like $500.
You got so excited. You're just
I
like,
was
yeah,
ready
I'm
to
gonna have a
sell it,
fog.
bro. I was ready to floor it instantly.
just like
No
50
way.
soul.
No. You would have had to sell it to
Brent.
Brand for sure.
I would have easily sold it to Brent. Doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
just need the money. I just need the cash. You know, I
You
don't
need the
really care
cash.
about who I
You
sell
know,
it to.
that was, if I won a fog, I think I would be holding it.
I'm trying to sell it for Mike.
You not
Okay,
learn
okay.
any of your
Michael
lessons.
Saylor money. You know?
Roads.
I just love them so. I love them so much.
Bro,
I
I'll
love
print
them.
one out for you. I'll print one out. I'll mail it to you.
I created my own fog.
Just right click and
You
save,
did.
bro.
You did. You create your own.
I
Just
spent
right click and save. bro.
hours on this fog.
How?
Oh, that one's pretty nice.
Did you Photoshop it in?
I edited the New York Islanders version into a Canucks version.
You spent
And,
hours.
Yeah, hours, like days and hours. Hours.
Wait, you
hours
made that
and
one?
days. Yeah,
It's a
So,
one of
the
one.
original-
by Rotes.
it's a one.
Yo, bro, let me get one.
What's your team? Let's make
I
one
just-
up.
I just right click and saved it.
Give me the
so-
Blackhawks, bro.
Just right
The
click.
Blackhawks. Where is one of the hockey ones here? Right here. See. So I just took one of those. There's 3 hockey ones, so I just took one and edited it out. So
Very nice.
I definitely didn't art this all the way out, but I did do the photoshopping on it to make it look like a real one, because I just love it, and I also really enjoy playing around in Photoshop when the right thing comes around. So
You're cute, Rotes.
That's
cute.
sick, bro. That's sick. Yeah, what if you could like add it into the collection, like sneak it in there?
Right? I did get a like by Groot. I was hoping he would just create one for me, and away we go. Just all those hours turn into an actual one of the collection. Would have been
Right.
sick, but
Easy,
Post it,
easy.
be like, I
300
just
soul
listed
right
this.
there. Spend like an hour
Yeah,
in
easy.
Photoshop for 300 soul
Yeah.
value.
ooh, D-God 15.8 million. Frank has turned into a meme trader and a meme streamer. So, I don't think there's a lot of focus on D-God and D-Gods and Utes.
You just
and all
changed
of that.
the whole.
Like it definitely at this point feels like they need a hostile takeover, and just to re-go with everything that's
How
gone
did
on.
that
there,
hostile
because-
tweet go?
Did he have a hostile tweet?
Remember, I think last week we were looking at a tweet.
Oh,
about
that
it.
guy? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh, yeah, that's
bro.
this wick.
Oh,
Right? Isn't
God.
I think so.
Dang,
Yeah,
brother, he really did.
yeah, he
What
floored.
did we see that last week? We said it was cooked
Yeah.
last week. I mean,
It
yeah,
bounced
we talked-
back up, and now it's just down more. Yeah, it's on its way to.
So what did
Something.
he like
Was
change?
he the
Did he make
candle
an
up over there
announcement?
too?
What was that?
Was he the candle up over there too?
I
don't
no.
Oh.
don't Someone got confused there.
Yeah.
Yeah, D-God down a bit. The one that bewilders me on and on is Fartcoin. So one of the AI
It's the same one. Go TS Maximus. Or Truth Terminal made this one as well.
Truth. This one's also Truth.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, that makes sense. But like, so yeah, he got excited with the meme goat, and so goat was created, and then also Fartcoin. And I mean, you know, if there's anything that makes people laugh, it's a good fart, right? So, really, it's a top tier meme in that respect. But it's also so dumb. But like, you know, that's Shark Coin.
Shark Coins. The next evolution.
Yeah. One of the streamers was sitting on a toilet, and he wasn't going to leave the toilet until his coin hit a certain level. And I think that one was called Shitcoin. And you know, that works. That was, you know, that's when streaming was still good. But yeah, I mean, we're getting a nice little bounce across many meme coins at the moment. Doge up still the most.
What about the other Doge?
We've had such good retracements on a lot of these. Like Doge, just this level here and retracement back is super good. And it's just a nice move. Now the thing is that you're in this kind of wedge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we go back down to 200 mil here and then hopefully break out from that level on Doge. But yeah, any ones that you're watching here, Danksy? What's the thoughts towards memes at this moment in time?
I don't know. I'm just looking at Flog mostly because of the raffle situation.
Yeah,
and because Bren is
you're
obsessed.
A Flog maxi.
Yeah. Flog. I'm not a Flog maxi. It's just I think there's opportunity.
I'm obsessed.
Right, I give you that. Whiff just got on Robinhood. I'm pretty sure.
Whiff listed?
I'm not wrong. I think they got listed. I think. Unless I'm getting trolled or something.
Hood with hat?
But yeah. That's all I'm looking at.
What's your thoughts towards the Murad memes? Are they dead? Or
they're dying.
Or they're
definitely not. They're definitely not as lively as they were before.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show how memes themselves are limited lifespan, right? There are memes that will hold for various reasons. But the attention span towards memes can be very limited. And what we're seeing for the most part when it comes to memes is that we get really kind of like a daily winner, one that kind of captures the attention of the day and does a run, 20, 30, 40, 60 mil kind of thing. And then we go to the next day and there's another one that kind of pops off. But the Murad memes and the thesis behind them all, I think a lot of the tokens on the list just haven't captured that degree of attention. Murad kind of had this moment where he had a strong meme coin narrative and everyone just said, hey, that sounds great to me, and piled in. But that has faded. It may be an excellent time to buy the dip on Murad memes.
I don't know. I'm kind of more cynical person.
It's probably the right move, but like a lot of the memes that are on the list don't resonate with me. And that's the challenge, right? The memes have to resonate with you if you're going to go ahead and buy a meme coin that really is nothing other than just a token that people think is worth value, only because they want it to go up. At the end of the day, that's what meme coins are, right? The fact that AI tokens exist out there and there's this kind of degree of perceived additional value, utility, et cetera, whatever, is is not the case, right? All these meme coins, there's zero inherent value, and for the most part, that zero value behind them is probably a good thing versus anything else, and they all could go to zero at any given time, right? So, yeah, no, I think it's interesting to watch. There's a couple on that list that have been around for some time, like Mog and what's the other one? Mog and
Probably, I think it has like Whiff on there.
is
Or
Swift on
something,
there?
or Pepe's on there, I think. But I'm like, I mean, it's like two things, right? It's being. This is my thesis, right? This is my just hot takes on
Mhm.
the spaces as a degen in crypto. So, it's one, the Twitter algo promoting someone viral or not and whatever, right? And then two, having one of their calls blow up and being right, kind of like Ansem. Murad's probably the next one, and then, but like, you can spin the narrative as much as you want. Like, all these coins all have cults. Like, if you go to Pepe, if you go to Doge, they all have cults. Like, you can't,
Mhm.
they don't get this big without cults, right? So, I don't really think that's like a thesis. It's just saying like, oh, like water is wet, right? It like you don't get to 100 million, 200 million, 400 million market cap without a cult, right? You don't get to that level without like a pretty active Telegram, right?
Mhm.
So like I think he just makes a good call and then people start believing him and then you get his other smaller caps coins to pump and he has a following. So then
Mhm.
obviously they pump because they think he's right. But like who does he like unless you really think he's that tapped into like how people trade meme coins, like he's just another caller that got it right once, and we'll get a next one next month, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't think you're completely off base with that. I think it, there's arguments for both sides of it. But as it stands, like I said, the meme coins you're into, especially if you're going to hold for any duration of time, you better have some conviction in the actual meme itself, because the attention spans on these will fleet at any given time quite easily. Yeah. Anything else further on meme coins?
You think there's a meme super cycle? What do you think?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I
What
think
does that mean
I
to you?
think Chill Guy highlights the degree of potential that exists for absolute chaos in the in with meme coins. Right there, it's people are going to hear Bitcoin 100K. They're going to hear wealth accumulation has happened, whether that is the case or not. Right? They're going to see screenshots, etc., and they're going to believe that meme coins are the way that they're going to turn into a millionaire. And heck, some people will. Some people buy the lottery. Some people win the lottery. And so I think inevitably with TikTok, social media, etc., that this will continue to roll. And unless there is some form of like regulation that prevents it, meme coins are going to continue to be the biggest gainer when it comes to crypto. And the outside gains will happen with meme coins, but the losses will also equal, right? And so we'll see certain meme coins appreciate, and maybe we'll get a Pepe 10x kind of thing. But as much as all these meme coins go up and go up in total market cap, the volatility will exist, and people will make money and lose money to that same degree. And unless you're well knowledged in what you're doing, there are certainly going to be some risks with it. But yeah, I do believe that the meme super cycle is here and will be where the biggest opportunity for outsized rewards exists.
Yeah, I believe you. How does that affect? I mean, Chill Guy has been. It's a pretty old meme coin, I think. Am I wrong? Chill Guy has been around for like a month, if I'm wrong, or like a couple of weeks.
I'm not too honestly. I just started seeing it as like a meme and realized it was a crypto, like a meme coin too.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Tyler and we were talking about something and I brought the meme up. He's like, yeah, that's a meme coin too. I was like, no shit. I was like, of course it is. It's like, why not?
I think I saw it as a meme.
Not.
I saw it as a meme on like Instagram, and then I was like, "Oh, this could be a cool meme coin." And then I was like, "Ah, too." I didn't do it. And then I saw it on like crypto TikTok. I'm like, "Damn, they already made it."
Yeah.
And I checked, and it's like, but when I saw it, it was like maybe like 10 days ago. So someone already made the coin.
Yeah, and honestly, Roach, to kind of touch on like what you said, the social media aspect of it too. I think memes will have continue to run kind of similar, but the narratives are going to continue. Every single mainstream media focus, whether it's Peanut the Squirrel or Harambe or something Elon tweets, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna
Meme.
yeah, I think it's going to continue to happen. And like I even had a buddy, I think it was actually yesterday, he sent a screenshot and it was like a DNA, like this token called DNA. And I'm like, he sends it to me, he said, "What's this?" And I'm like, I have no clue, bro. There's 15,000 tokens. I don't know them
Yeah,
all.
it was one of the recent winners. Is DNA.
Yep. But he had like people posting screenshot. He knew a bunch of people like posting screenshots, and he sent me like 10 different screenshots of it that like from his friends that were buying it. And I'm like, honestly, bro, I was like, I showed him like a screen recording. I'm like, dude, look, there's 20, 30 of them. Like, I don't know which one's which between the two or which one they're buying. You got to get the contract address from them.
The fuck?
But yeah, I mean,
see, like,
I think it's just going to continue, bro.
Yeah, dude. There are TikTok people like on Pump Fund now, like trading like 50K meme coins.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy. Like they're not even trading like the high caps. They're like or the like plus 1 million ones. They're trading like in the trenches. They're
Yeah,
going straight into the trenches.
The live TikTok streams of meme traders is something else. And then they're not only just streaming on TikTok or they're in a Discord or it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, but the
and
TikTok
it's,
you get the content discovery,
mhm. Yeah, it's the algorithm is undefeated. So from the opening of the show to now, have you sold any positions in Polymarket?
Are you able to bet on like MVPs?
Yes.
What's
Josh
Saquon
Allen?
Barkley
Josh
up
Allen
there right now?
is running away.
Why?
Saquon
Is
Barkley.
he really that
I don't
good?
know.
He's
yes,
having a
but,
record-breaking season right now.
A running back to win?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I don't know
like-
how often that is. I
It's
was
like
just
the Heisman
like
right now. The Heisman number 2 is a running back, and that's also seems a little bit unbelievable.
I just know he had a really good week, and then he had 300 yards this week, and then he's had a record-breaking season so far. He's on pace to like break the most yards, or whatever. So
go down.
So
Go down.
he would be in the other bucket at 23%.
But that's for fantasy though.
Oh, fantasy quarterback. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, there we are.
NFL MVP. Also, other bucket 16%.
Dang. Top flex.
Top flex, top running back. That one's kind of locked in already.
Yeah.
The only risk is injury or, maybe Henry Robinson kind of push up there.
I like Derrick Henry too. He's just a beast.
But yeah, Lions at 23% for the Super Bowl. They look so strong. So but like 23% at this stage of the season, even Chiefs at 17%. Those feel like almost like sells right now, Danksy. Bills, Eagles.
I think Lions is
Um,
kind of insane.
Are we?
Yeah,
how many
the
games in?
Lions. You have to be up like 4x on Lions, right?
I'm up like 3x right now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would look at that. Obviously, you're down a lot on the 49ers. 49ers only need a couple straight wins here, and they're back in the mix.
I mean, I'm
That
just gonna hold it
division
anyways.
is wide open.
It doesn't really matter what they're priced at.
I don't know. Does the Lions move significantly if they happen to lose a game? Like,
I don't know. I think like I get what you're saying. It's like peaked right now. You know, like they're like what do you get, like 35% on Super Bowl? Like there's no way.
right? Exactly. Like 25% feels like the highest you can get on a team, no?
Yeah, until like a playoff start or something.
I guess maybe, yeah. They're strong. But it's also you're looking playoff path to the finals. And if you can get to the finals, then you're 55, maybe 60% is your peak, right? But like even just to get to the finals, Super Bowl, like any team
Right,
to have
it's
odds at
hard.
this point, like it feels really juicy right now for the Lions. Chiefs kind of do too, given the fact that they try to lose to any team. Like they almost lost to the Panthers. Like,
Chiefs are
kidding
just
me?
lucky as fuck, dude. And they have the
I-
refs bought out.
I keep telling myself that they're out there just trying to get some adversity into the game script, so that way when it comes to the Super Bowl, they can, have practiced adversity throughout the season. Because otherwise, it makes no sense. Like they're the best worst team out there. Like they just know how to win, and they're really good at it, and they manage
And
to
they
do
have
it.
the
But
refs.
otherwise, their performance has not been good.
They have the refs on payroll. They want to see Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, dude. It's marketing 101.
Tonight's game is really interesting. I think if you want to like buy into one of these teams, both the Chargers and or the Ravens, kind of interesting. If the Chargers beat the Ravens, they could see a spike.
I think I have the Ravens already.
You should have the Ravens already, but the Chargers at this point, they yeah, I mean they're up right now on the Ravens. They're only at a 3% chance.
No, it's not the game. You gotta go to the game one.
No, I know, but I'm looking at these odds. They're 7-3, and they have been playing really well. To me, the Chargers start to get into this conversation, but I can't believe the Lions are 23%.
Dude, because the Lions are fan favorites. They are the fan favorites right now.
I mean, it's true. The Lions are pretty awesome.
People love the Lions.
I love. You can't not. The only way you can't like the Lions is if they're in your division and they're your rivals. But otherwise, like, the Lions are the best.
The 49ers will beat them anyways when it comes to playoffs.
Interesting. All right. Well,
no, I'd rather see Lions winning than the Packers. So
the Packers are hard. The Packers are hard not to like as well.
I'm a Bears fan, so yeah, I really do not like the Packers. I don't think we've won a game in like 2,000 days against them, something like that. So the Bears, I know you said the Chiefs are like the best worst team. The Bears are like the complete opposite. I feel like they should be a lot better than they are. I don't know what's going on, if it's like the coaching staff or what. Like there seems to be something behind the scenes going on.
The Chiefs are just like, we don't know how to win.
Yeah.
We know how to lose. We know how to perform poorly. Yeah.
But
awesome. Anything else, guys?
No, that's it.
We've gone for a while. We were on topic. We were off topic. We've talked about a lot of different things. Hopefully, was good and provided lots of interest. I mean,
I think so.
It's an important week ahead.
Facts.
Very important week, really. to understand how this market wants to go. We've been in this 3-week ripper, and it's not unreasonable to have a bit of a down week. But doesn't mean that we won't just rip off of Tuesday, because that's the pivotal point of the space, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think every week I feel like the candle that, the Tuesday candle is important. So we shall see where we're at next week.
Yeah, good job, guys. We kind of started the reversal already, so I think we'll have a good week this week.
I like to think that too. I like this so far, so.
I like it.
But yeah, good hanging out with you guys. Thanks for having us on every week, week in and week out. We are staying consistent. I don't remember. I think Tyler has it marked like the first day we did it. So we'll have to check next week, see how many weeks we're at.
It's been a lot. Too many to count.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always a good Monday. We always try to reverse the chart if we need to, and have a good week.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving as well.
Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, too.
Yes.
So.
Enjoy all your turkey.
Take care.